Alrighty, welcome to the live show. I'm Auntie Tay. If you guys are new here, that's who I am. If you're not, welcome back. I've missed you. Today we are going to talk about the difference between sublimation, DTF, and heat transfer vinyl. It's going to be a hefty video, so if you don't know what all three of those things are, you might be confused. But we're gonna learn a lot today just by showing you guys how to do the three different applications. If you're interested in knowing more about any of these three forms of creating t-shirts, we are just gonna stick to apparel today, but all three of these things can be applied to hundreds of other things. I have idea videos, I have how-tos for each one of these things, but today I just wanted to get something out there for all three and then also feature a ton of Bella Canvas blanks, because Bella Canvas has my favorite blanks to use because of the quality that they have and because of the trendiness that they have. Everything that Bella Canvas creates is so cute, and I'm actually featuring, I think, my like 5 top favorite things that I personally wear, and then I'm gonna also showcase a couple of their new baby tees, which I'm really liking. Not for myself technically, because I don't really wear this, but my daughters do. And which one of you is beeping? Let's keep you on. Stay on. I'm gonna use you in a second. So my daughters, I got my heat presses fired up and ready to go, getting ready to go, and they're letting me know they are ready for this video. And then I'll take some live questions at the end. So if you're joining live and you have questions about any of these, or you see me do something and you have a question about it, pop it in the live chat and I will answer at the end of this video. And then also, if this video is already up and you're not watching the live, pop it in the comment section and I will definitely answer any questions that I know the answer to. If I don't know the answer to them, I will find them out. So Bella Canvas is a wholesale website, but they are now open to the public and anybody can join. I think I have a graphic that says the website. Hold on, let's see. I got a bunch of things. BellaCanvas.com. So you can create a free account and you can order 1 shirt, you can order 20 shirts, you can order 30 shirts, 100 shirts, 5,000 shirts. They have tons of apparel. They have tons of really cool things. I actually toured their facilities last year, and the ethics that they use, the materials that they use, the organic materials that they use, like really high quality blanks. So these are things that you're going to see when you're using when you're doing boutique items, you're selling on Etsy, or you're just making clothing, because now you can just buy one thing. And if you're making personalized clothing, which I love to do for myself, when I'm going to Disneyland, when I'm creating stuff for myself to just wear, or gifts for people. I love children's clothes. I love DIYing everything. All the graphics you're going to see me use today too are also graphics that are a part of my membership. If you are not a member, you will be able to see some of the designs that we have. We have tons, and we have tons coming out. So create your free account. There's a link in the description, I believe. There should be. I did update all my links last week. So it is September. Welcome to September. If you're wondering like why I'm randomly live on a Friday and I haven't been live for a couple weeks, it's because I'm gonna be live in the Burr months like crazy. September, which I'm so excited, not necessarily for my live because it's very cloudy outside, which is not the best for video content, but it is the best for starting off my Burr months. You know, September, October, November, December. I was like, usually September 1st comes around and I'm a big fan of waiting until the actual first day of fall to celebrate fall. But I was like, it feels like fall today. Because California hasn't had fires and we're usually covered in smoke right now. So this is really good that we're actually getting to see the weather. It's kind of nice. Okay, so let's get going on the information of all of this. And September, I'm going to be live all month long. First of all, crafting my stash. I have a whole room of stuff that just needs to be finished and we're gonna create stuff for people for the holidays, but I'm also going to be testing out my live stream skills because we're coming for you hot for October this year. Hopefully, if we can learn it. It's gonna be all live in this October. We have some surprises and some fun things and some throwbacks and some really cool stuff coming. So you wanna be a subscriber or you don't if you're like, I don't care about any of that stuff. So, okay. All right, so let's start with DTF. I feel like it's the easiest and it takes the least amount of heat and the least amount of time. So we're gonna start with DTF and I'm gonna talk about each piece that I'm using. This is the zip up and it's like the medium weight zip up and I'm obsessed with this zip up. I have 2 different zip ups. I'm not making this one today, but I wanted to show the difference. This one is like a lightweight zip up and this one is more like a super soft fleecy zip up. So I have it in this color in something I bought from a boutique that was already finished and it's my go-to like for the fall. This one a little bit when it gets just a little bit colder. This one I can wear in the summer, I can wear whenever. So this one, I didn't want to make it today because I want to make sure I have the perfect graphic for it, but do they have their product numbers on these? Because that would be really nice. I can link. I'm going to make a blog post of all my favorite personal Bella Canvas blanks that I actually wear in my wardrobe. I'm like, words, Tay, words. So, and then this one, this is the fleece collection, but these are their zip ups. And I really love making like pocket tees and then a big graphic on the back with these. Oh yeah, I grabbed the DTF because I wanted to make one of our church merches with this one, but I didn't grab it fully for you guys. Okay, so love the idea of more lives. Thank you. Okay, so I also have a gray one. They have hundreds of colors. They have so many colors. Bella Canvas prides themselves on having so many color options, and they really do have a lot of colors. Okay, so I'm gonna unzip this one. We're doing a big ol' DTF sheet. So DTF stands for direct to film. I have a what the heck is DTF video if you wanna know more about that, but I just kinda wanted to show you all 3 all at once so you can see the difference in the process and the complexity, and then we'll talk about the pros and cons of each one of them. And it's a whole different world if you're just crafting or you're creating to sell. I didn't unzip this all the way. Seriously, their fleece collection, the softest fleece, they do this thing where they like make sure that all of their fabrics have no like itch to them. And I will tell you, every single person I have turned on to Bella Canvas fleece is like obsessed with it. I think Jess is here. She can attest to that. I put her in a crew for one of our events. I put all my team in a crew for one of our events, and they were like, I need this in every color. It's so comfortable. Okay, so DTF take, oh, why am I doing it on this one? This is set, it's only at 320 degrees right now, even though I have it set at 400. But this machine, I'm using the Ricoma heat press, and then I'm using the HTVront, only because I was going to use my new small heat press, but I really wanted to get some bigger projects done. Okay, so I'm just gonna use a Teflon sheet. So, and I need to set this for 15 seconds. 15 seconds. So all 3 of these are gonna require heat. And we can do one over here. We're gonna do, this is the t-shirt that we talk about a lot. I'm actually wearing it right now, but this green one is the heathered, and I'm obsessed with, what am I obsessed with? Monochromatic designs. So I'm putting green on green right now. We'll see what happens. And then you'll see that both of these work well. I kind of wanted to use both of these heat presses because I wanted to show you that you can start with any of these products with a more expensive heat press and also a cheaper heat press, which the HTV HTVront Auto Press, which is this guy, this works great for. I will say this is a lot harder to get centered on your project. So I just want to make sure that we're good. I do this a lot, so I would say I'm really good at it, but what I'm really good at is just making it crooked. And I need to come up with a better way for you guys to not do that. I'm just not very perfectionist when I'm going live, but this is a shirt I'm gonna wanna keep, so I think I'm gonna spend some time making it perfect. Yes, Jess is answering some questions on the sizing. They go up to 5X, 5X in unisex. So they've got a ton of size options, a ton. And I would say try purchasing like one thing and just starting there, because, or like do your prototypes by ordering one thing of different things, because it's gonna be, there's one thing about like making a product, and then there's another thing about making a product that people love wearing. They're gonna love wearing it if it has good designs, and they're gonna love wearing it if it's comfortable. Let's use some Teflon. Okay, so these are both DTF transfers. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I forgot, I keep walking away from the thing. Okay, so these are both DTF transfers. They're cold peel, so you gotta let it cool down and before you can peel it. Is that already coming up? Yeah. Okay. Also, these DTF transfers, now here's the ticket. DTF transfers you can order already done. So our partner, It's Pretty Personal, has customized. You can upload your own graphics, you can upload your own logo, you can upload our logo or our designs if you're a member. You can upload tons of things to their gang sheets, which are huge, and you can maximize your profits. I have a whole series on it that I did a couple weeks ago, but you this requires like no machine. You can buy all the machinery to do this. However, you can jump into this craft, DTF, with very minimal cost. You do need a heat source, so that's pretty much the only thing you're gonna need. But if you have a Cricut, you probably have a heat source some way, whether it's an easy press or something else. Okay, so when you peel this, it is very shiny, and I actually have a shirt that I forgot to do the second press on, and it drives me nuts because it's like, it feels super soft and shiny. You have to press it again for 5 seconds, but I'm just gonna press this for 15 because I don't wanna change my settings. You have to press it again without the plastic sheet on it and just a Teflon sheet, so that way it really like sucks it into the grooves of the shirt, and that will kind of make that design feel a little bit more part of the garment. But yeah, also doing this on a cold surface, like if you're crafting on a kitchen counter or something that's like a granite countertop, I love that because the granite stays nice and cold, and you can just kind of absorb the cold through your design, and then it makes it super fast and easy to take it off. This is one of our grunge tees. This is the Ariel inspired grunge tee, and I had it sitting around and I didn't know what I wanted to put it on, and then I was like, monochromatic is so cute. So I'm gonna give it another press, and just like that we created, well, we're not done yet. We're not done. This one doesn't have to be perfect because you're not like placing it on there. And again, I don't feel like 15 seconds ruins it, so I don't change my settings, and if it was like a minute, I would change it. But it's supposed to be 5 seconds, and I just do it for 15 because it gives me a little bit more time to do something else, because I'm usually making more than one thing at a time. Okay, so here we got the crew. And I can wear it today because, is this the crew? Is this a zip up crew? No, it's not a zip up crew. This is just the not half zip, full zip hoodie. And it's so cute. And I would live in these because you can layer, you can take them off, live in them. And then you could put designs on the back, and then I could do a Davy Jones on the front. This is one of our designs, and it is inspired by Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, and I feel like this style is so fitting for all body types, which is something I really love. All right, so now we have a t-shirt and a crew that I just made. If you want to see me make like bulk DTF, I did it in one of our live videos a few weeks ago. But you can see how long it took me to actually make like 30, and then why it would be so lucrative to do it, because I didn't need a machine. I just printed off my designs from It's Pretty Personal. Also, if you're a member of ours, you get 20% off or 30% off. If you're a business member, which our business membership is currently closed, it'll open again on Black Friday for one day. But you get 30% off. It's Pretty Personal. I love this shirt. I'm obsessed with it. I'm so glad I decided to finally use that design. Okay, so I need to order some DTF, says Missy. Yeah, and that's the cool thing is you can order DTF and a shirt for an event, and you're not like out thousands of dollars because you invested in a machine. That's what I love about it. That's why you're gonna see me using it all the time. It's a little warm in here being between two heat presses, but I would wear that. I will wear that after I go outside, and it's so cold outside. I'm so excited. Okay, so we made 2 DTF shirts in very little time. Let's move on to sublimation, because I feel like sublimation is probably my second favorite choice. But it is these two, sub and DTF, are my 2 choices for if you're going to sell products. They also last really well. So we will talk about heat transfer vinyl, HTV Iron-On, all the same thing, and when I think it's appropriate to use that and why I think it's appropriate to use that at certain times. Mixed media is really fun too. So mixing these together can be fun too. Okay, so we're gonna use their baby tee, and I'm gonna make a Belle inspired and then a 70s inspired shirt. But I did wanna show you guys that BC, Bella Canvas, also has, I grabbed a bunch, but I think I was being pretentious. I don't know what that word means. What does pretentious mean? I was being ambitious. I think I was being ambitious. So BC, Bella Canvas, actually has a few shirts that are 90% poly. So moving into the sublimation world. Sublimation is a chemical reaction to plastic in a garment, which is why I kind of only want to do 1 or 2 of these, because what it does is it off gases, and if you're not in well ventilated area, it can cause a lot of fumes in the air. So you want to do this in a well ventilated area. You also need something that has polyester or ceramic or acrylic in it, so you're a little bit more limited, and you can only do light colors. So with DTF, you saw me do it on this dark green shirt. This dark green shirt's been sitting around waiting for me to cut heat transfer vinyl because I can't really sublimate on it in black. I could, but it'd be very hard to see. So all of these BCs are the babies. Oh, that's only 10% polyester, bro. What's this one? This one's 48 poly. I can't do this one. This one's only 10%. And I would, for teaching purposes, show you what the difference, but I don't want to waste this baby tee. So I'm gonna nix that one, and I was really excited about it. So you gotta check your blend. That was gonna be so cute, but it's not anymore because it would be very faded, like too faded. Too faded. I don't know why I'm gonna keep those together, but we're not gonna do that. So these ones are a part of their heathered line, and there's only a few, but this one is 90% poly, 91% poly. The mauve one is 90. They have this in like green. They have it in a few, but 91%. Okay, I thought I saw 9. So these 2 colors though are my fave for sublimating. It's like the green and the mauve, but they're kind of see-through. So that's one of the only things about these shirts is you kind of got to wear oversized, because then if it clings to your skin, you kind of see through it, or you got to wear it over something that you don't mind it being see-through. So like a nude tank or a tank top, or a similar color tank top underneath it. But they do sublimate really well without having to do anything to them. So we'll do one of those, and then we'll do a baby tee, because this is a 41% poly. This is a 91% poly. And then I've done these ones before. And then we will do their hoodie as well. Did I mix up what I was gonna put on what? I always like start it organized and then I start moving things around in the live. So this one is 48% poly, and this is a hoodie. Yeah, that's what these are called. So their hoodies are super comfortable. They have a few different styles. This one has the white on these. If you're doing your own clothing line, it would be super cute to like change these out to custom or put some like cute little something on here that said like your metal tag or something that says your brand. I love putting the brand on the pocket right here. If you have like a leather tag, I don't have one on this, but these shirts have leather tags. So like getting your logo with leather tags to put onto your clothing really elevates your brand. Or you just your product, or if you're making something for someone, maybe you have handmade tags that you want to do for people just to make it feel specialer. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to do the original girls group. So Sublimation. I originally started Sublimation by ordering my Sublimation prints from a website like we do with DTF. That website went out of business, and I do have some business members who are willing to print for my for customers. So I'm working for this Christmas to get some of my business members who are a little bit more established set up so that they can do orders for you guys for Christmas time. If you need like sublimation prints or you need any help with that type of stuff, I have some of them who that's their business that they're trying to do. Okay, so I'm not gonna protect the inside of this. So that's one of the things I love about hoodies and crews is they're not thin, so you don't have to like take extra precautions to protect the inside of the product. So I'm not gonna, but I do like to get all the seams off of the plat if I can, as many of the seams as I can. And that's kind of hard to do with the larger heat presses, but you also want to tape it and you want to rip it. So we rip so that the lines of the paper don't embed into the shirt. Even though you can iron it out, it just saves you time. You don't have to iron or press it out later. So we rip and then we tape with heat tape, but I don't often do it because I find that it makes sometimes a sticky residue, and I'd rather deal with ghosting, which rarely happens, over sticky residue on my shirts. Just saying, that's my personal preference. Some people like to tape, some people don't. So we're gonna see. I don't think I've ever sublimated on a 40% hoodie. I've done crews. We did the Mickey Mouse patterned crew. Also, keep writing your questions. We're gonna go through them at the end, just to kind of answer anything that I might not be answering. What did I do? I put it, guys, you have to tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'm just in a groove over here. Okay, scratch that. I suck at life. Okay, you have to set it to 400 degrees. We're gonna do a showdown right now. We are going to set Racoma to 400 and we are going to set auto press to 400. See which one gets there quicker. Okay, I know it's gonna be that one because this guy takes forever to heat up. This is why I shouldn't do that. You gotta, when you're doing one, it's easy to get into a flow when I'm going live and all things. So I'm gonna let those heat up to 400. And I would go into HTV, but I don't want to confuse you guys. I can prep some of these and answer some of y'all's questions. So Nancy says she's always used Gildan. Does Bella Canvas have plus sizes? Yes, they have all the way up to 5X. Good morning. I was like, is Tay actually live? Yes. Okay, no questions, comments, concerns. I feel like a lot of us know this stuff already, but I feel like this world of crafting is getting so much more extensive that there's going to be a lot of new people during the holidays wondering what we're doing with our lives. And I want to make sure they know the difference if I can allow it. Okay, so I'm just going to rip the Asante Sana Squash Banana. while we wait. We're at 322 and we're at 363. This guy's winning. I do feel like there's a lot more room for error with sublimation, because if I had accidentally pressed on the wrong heat setting or whatever, if I had taped that, it probably wouldn't be a big deal because it kind of ghosted and moved. I have to line it up perfectly now. So now we know. Tape it, okay? Do as I say, not as I do. But for your sake, if you want to make things perfect, tape your sublimation. Okay, so you can jump into the sublimation world by either ordering pre-printed sublimation for yourself, but sublimation is pretty inexpensive to get into if you're trying to do it for a business. It could pay for itself really quickly. You can just get an Epson Eco Tank. It's what I suggest doing because it's the cheapest route and it's like so easy to do. You don't have to learn anything except how to print. And a lot of people will tell you you need like fancy programs and all these things, and I just print my images as if I'm printing like a printable to my Eco Tank, and then if I have any issues I just change it on the settings of the printer and all that. So hey Lily, hey Missy, hey Nancy, hey Brenda, anything you guys want to see me make during the holidays specifically, I'm scheduling out all the lives and picking special guests and things to join me, and I want to make some really fun things. I also probably gonna have to bring my studio lights down here because I totally forgot that on cloudy days it's so dark in here because I have big windows, but when it's cloudy it doesn't make a difference. It is so hot with these heat presses. Okay, we're at 342 and 400. Oh, it didn't beep at me. All right, we're ready to go. I'm gonna do another shirt and I'm gonna let that one heat up because I don't wanna move it from where it was at. So annoying. I am the most annoying person sometimes. All right, so let's actually do a 90% with the same graphic so that you guys can see the difference in the graphic on 90 and 40, even though the colors are different too. Okay, so we're going to protect the inside of this shirt because they are super thin. So we want to make sure we protect. And if you're not new here, you're probably just like, I know all this. I've seen you do this 100 times, Tay, but not in one video. Maybe I have. I don't know. It's the first day of September and I was like, it's Friday, but I have to go live every weekday in September, but it's gonna be very educational in September, mostly by learning what not to do by all the things that I do. Okay, part of me is just because I'm super lazy. Okay, so, hey. All right, so I am going to get this design on here. You're gonna see these shirts sublimate so good because they are 90% poly. And then once you get a good design on there, they're not as see-through because the ink takes up the space. So they look really see-through when, did I rip a piece of that off? I did it in the beginning when I ripped the other one because I didn't, oh well, it'll be grungy. Okay, so I usually just center it on the actual plait. Like I make sure the shirt is centered, and then you could do like the fold in half method and then the fold in half design method too to find the center, which helps line it up with that guy, the center of your neck. And then about 4 fingers in a Teflon sheet, not folded in half. Okay, and a minute, not 15 seconds. Dun, dun, dun. I think the more I play with this thing, the more it sells itself. I guess we have a lot of factors going on. We have 2 different colors, 2 different blends, 2 different types of garments, and 2 different heat presses all together. So don't judge them to each other. Just decide if you have that, then that's what it'll look like. If you have that, then that's what it'll look like. Hey, Christine. I gotta take a drink of my Celsius. We're at 369. So, this heat press, I talk about it all the time. I love this heat press. I do. It's around $800. I think it might be on sale right now. It's a great heat press to invest in if you've got a business and you want an auto press that you can walk away, you know it's going to do its job. It's great. It takes a long time to heat up, like a long time. So you guys get to see that in action. It was already at 315 too, and it's only at 375. And I could close it to get it to go faster, but it'll auto open, so I can't do that. Okay. So with sublimation, ow, it's super hot because you're at 400 degrees and you do it for a minute, so it's so hot, but it's done once it's done, and it smells. I forgot about that. I have not sublimated in a very long time, and it ghosts, so you have to be careful it doesn't like move around. So here's our sublimation shirt. Okay, pro to sublimation. It is permanent. It is literally altering the fibers in the shirt to be that color. It's like dyeing a shirt without using dye, but you are kind of using dye because you're using ink. So you're basically like dyeing it specifically where you want it with a permanent dye. And also you'll see on the heathered, I'll do like a close-up shot of all of these at the end with a top-down shot, but the heathered has like these little white specks where you can tell it's like a blend of some polyester and some not polyester, and the little whites don't sublimate, but it still looks super cute. So you can see that they come out pretty vibrant. This is a gold and purple design, so it's already a little lighter on the lighter end, but it's super cute. Okay, we're gonna do the Bonjour shirt on the baby tee. So their new baby tees look like this, and super popular right now. They also have the sleeveless version. I was gonna do the Lost Boys one. Now, maybe when I lose a little bit of weight, I will be more comfortable wearing these things, but my daughters love these types of shirts right now, and they're all the rage with like the high-waisted pants and the cute little tank tops. So 90s, so cute, and I'm obsessed with them. And when they asked me if I wanted to show them, I was like, baby tees, yeah, duh, like onesies, and they're like, no, baby tees, like for adults and for teenagers and stuff. I was like, oh, baby tees, like back in the day. Okay, so I'm gonna protect the inside. And again, these are a blend, they're 40%. When you're shopping on their site, make sure you check because the different colors sometimes can be less polyester than others. Hence, I don't know why that one wasn't a polyester blend, the gray one, because it's the same shirt. This is the same shirt, super cute, gray, but it's only 9-10% polyester. Weird. So it has to do with the color of the shirt too. So look at the description. When you change the color, the description will change, or it'll say like, these colors are this blend, these colors are not this blend. And Bella Canvas is actually becoming more conscious of the sublimation community, and they will probably soon have an easier way to shop your Bella Canvas blanks. I kind of want to put this like, I can't remember if I designed this so that it's supposed to be crooked, but either way. Okay, now it's even hotter in here because I'm sitting between 2 400-degree heat presses. Okay, so again, 40%. This one's going to be a little bit more vintage looking, but I like that idea with these little baby tees. I think they're super cute. This is a Belle sublimation, so this is in our princess sublimation. All the designs that we create are inspired by characters. They are not copyrighted images, so they, like this one is Hatter's Gonna Hat, and it's just like a graphic. It's not anything that's from Disney. Asante Sana Squash Banana is just, means thank you very much, squash banana in Swahili. I did the Dingle Hopper anchor on a gray tank and get tons of compliments on it. I love the Dingle Hopper design. I wear that one like all the time. I love my HTVront, says Missy. Thank you, Missy. I will play with it on the weekend. Are we asking questions? Yes, this is the HTVront heat press. I was going to use the PYD Life heat press, but I couldn't get the Amazon link to work, and I want to make sure I have links to things before I talk about them, because it's no fun if you can't have the things that I'm showing you to have. But a lot of people are having this, and it would make an amazing Christmas gift. It would also make an amazing thing to buy yourself for Christmas gift making. I am going to literally... I have teenage daughters. I am going to talk a lot this September about how to invest in a business. Like it's a business, but like start a business just to make Christmas gifts, but then it pays for itself because you don't have to buy a lot of Christmas gifts. You're just starting your business and making prototypes. So this one, now it looks like that. This design is so cute. It's very vintage-ified on this. It's so much brighter on 100% poly. And then this ghosted the girls. So that's another thing about sublimation is the room for error is so big. So like I have just the slightest amount of ink on one of these Teflon sheets that transferred. I can't see it because it's literally this color, but the ink is still there. So it's like the girls, it's on here somewhere and it transferred onto there just slightly. So you have to kind of be like very careful what gets on while you're heat pressing. You also want a lint roll before you do this because the lint will sublimate onto your fabric. I'm not doing this like exactly how you would do it, like start to finish really, really good. I've got videos for that, but I just want you to know like which ones are the easiest, which ones are the fastest, which ones are gonna last the best, and what I recommend. And I really do recommend sublimation, believe it or not, but I also, with DTF in the world now, it's been around for a while, but I just feel like it's not the most beneficial thing to do for garments. Now, we're going to talk about sublimation tumblers and other things, which are a whole nother situation. So, not in this video, but the idea of sublimation is garments are just one thing you can do, a permanent thing. You can do so many other fun things. Okay, are we ready for heat transfer vinyl? Oh, we're at 405 degrees. That's fun. Let me finish this guy before we move on to heat transfer vinyl. Oh man. Okay, I gotta get him lined up. Hold on. It's definitely gonna be ghosted though. Just so annoying on my end because I'm really beating myself up a lot today. I also want to make sure I'm not gonna get anything that has ink on it. I'm not sure where that even came from. Sometimes it'll get on your heat press too. Okay, minute for 400 degrees. Alrighty, questions, comments, concerns, transfers, heat transfer vinyl, HTV, iron on. Let's finish sublimation really quick. Dun, 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 hot, 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 hot. Okay, that did not work. So, like, it worked, but I chose a color. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I could cut this out of HTV and like layer on top of it later, This is 48% poly. The orange doesn't sublimate that well, but it's also because I was probably using a very light design. This doesn't look cute. So don't sublimate on the orange one, but you could use DTF and you could use HTV on this. So I've got like my flops and I'm gonna throw them all into a bin. And one day I'm gonna do like a mixed media project with all my flops, or I'm just gonna donate them. But who wants that? Nobody wants that. Fail. All right, let's move on to heat transfer vinyl. So just make sure you've got a high polyester count. You've got a darker, the darker your color, the darker design you want. So like a black design, all black ink works really good on those darker images. You guys have seen me do it on shirts before. That wasn't 1 minute. That's what's the problem. You guys, thank you. This is why I need you in my life. 60 seconds. Should I try to press it again? Ugh, why not? We've already come this far with this dumb hoodie. I should have known that too, because I was like, something is wrong. Something is wrong. So a minute is important, and high pressure is important too. But this machine, when that pressure is super high, it like is startling. Okay, let's see. Let's figure this out today, people. You know what? The garment was like stretched too. Tape it. Just tape it and don't make mistakes like me. This is why I just teach, because those who can't do teach, right? That's what they say in, what's that movie? School of Rock. This is what happens when I take 2 weeks off of going live, so I'm not fresh on my live streaming, and then I haven't crafted in a while. I've been working on behind the scenes stuff for our website. Yeah, thanks. It wasn't a minute. It was 15 seconds, which is not what is needed for sublimation. Let's see if we can get it a little brighter. It's gonna totally be ghosted too. You know what I have heard though? You guys love watching me fail. So, hey, I'm doing it for the greater good, for you guys to learn. Okay, so we're gonna use one of our Jasmine designs with heat transfer vinyl, and I've got some sparkle Caesar, I've got some glitter Caesar, I've got some holographic Caesar, and I have some easy weed Caesar. But I don't think I'm gonna weed these roses because I don't want to. But I'm gonna just show you guys with heat transfer vinyl, you've got to weed, so that's already a downside. But I told you guys, let's see what happens here. It still doesn't work. We're done. I ruined this hoodie. It still looks really dumb. It just looks more dumb now because it's ghosted. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work. Let's just forget this ever happened, okay? It's like the relationship you don't want to talk about. Okay, so roses, and this one says bonjour. This is just a design, but I told you guys I would tell you when I think it's appropriate to use heat transfer vinyl, because you have to load it into your Cricut, you have to cut it, you have to weed it, then you have to layer it. So if you have multiple colors, you're layering, you're all the things. When is it appropriate to use heat transfer vinyl then? If all these other things are faster and easier and quicker and cheaper. When you want to make a really wow factored item, something that has sparkle and hollow and texture. I really love brick. I really love flocked. Those are my two favorite. Puff, I'm learning to love it. I'm not super big on the puff. I like the idea of puff, but I want to get it perfect before I condone using it all the time, because I don't like you guys to waste money on products that are not going to work. Because this one's faster, I'm going to go this route. We're going to go 320 for 15 seconds, although we're using holographic and easy weed. So let me check. So when you're changing your settings, change both settings. For people like me who, you can also hold, but I'm almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Okay, so I have this printable that a dinosaur took a bite out of. I guess I printed them smaller. I have this printable that I created that's free, and it's in my emails, and it's in my free files that go out in my emails to everybody. It's basically your cut settings, your heat settings for all different types. So HTV, doesn't really matter what machine we used. So temperature for holographic is 320. Time is 20 seconds. So, nope, stay 320, time 20 seconds. And then we're gonna use Easy Weed, which is 305 for 15 seconds. I use Easy Weed enough to know that it's not gonna make a huge deal, that it's 15 degrees more and 5 seconds longer. It just won't matter. Unless I wanted to do it, if I was doing a bunch of things, I would make sure that I was setting them all, but it's literally just where's the factor? This is supposed to say the jasmine factor. Well, the design says the jasmine factor, but apparently I dropped the factor part somewhere. These have all been sitting in my unfinished craft room for a while, ready to go. So here we are, going. I need to find the factor and put it on there later. The relationship you don't want to talk about. Exactly. We're not going to talk about it. Okay, so we're going to let that cool back down, I guess. That's one thing, is how fast can machines cool down, because you want to start with your lower, like if you're doing a bunch of mixed media, you want to start with your lower. I'm going to turn you off because we're just not having a good day today. It's not his fault. It's literally just, can this close? I don't think it can close while it's, no, it doesn't close while it's off. It is so hot. It takes forever to heat up, and then it just breathes on me. Because it just stays open. But it's great. I used to keep it out in the warehouse, but Tiff rents the warehouse now. If you guys didn't know, I don't really have the warehouse anymore. I have just my office space, which I am loving. Yeah, so HTV. When else to use it? When you need to do a therapeutic craft. I love heat transfer vinyl for weeding it, for the process of it. When you're trying to do an art project and you want to add some cool elements to it. When you're making Mickey ears, like adding glitter to anything, I love heat transfer vinyl glitter over like glue and glitter. So if I can add glitter heat transfer vinyl to something, I will always do that. But if you're creating things to sell, unless it has like holographic or glitter or flocked or brick or specialty heat transfer vinyl, I do not recommend doing blacks and whites and basic colors, because DTF literally looks the same and acts the same, and it's faster and easier. But like, there's something about making like a handmade gift for somebody with art to it. And so I really like that part of it. Yeah, so that's when I would use heat transfer vinyl over other things. I'm late to the show today, says Wendy. To be fair, I didn't like send out an email saying I'd be live. I wasn't even really sure, but I was like, no, Tay, you said you're gonna be live in September. You need to get your butt on the internet and be live. So here I am, live, and then I'll have a weekend, and then September is gonna be kind of chaotic on my channel, but it's for the greater good. Just trust me. I'm gonna go live like 3 times a day, Monday through Friday, for short little increments to teach, so that I can have some content to share on our website around all of our products. Also, it'll be helping me clean out my unfinished craft room, and I'm gonna be testing my live stream skills all September and like making sure that it's on lock before October starts, because if you guys have been around for a while, October used to be really fun and really exciting, and then I kind of got burnt out because life just hit hard, and it's still hitting hard, and I'm like, I'm not gonna let it get me down. I'm gonna just go and do it, and I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it live this year though, so I'm really excited. I've never done a live October series. Do I wanna use Teflon? Okay, 15 seconds, 20 seconds for 20 20 seconds for 320 degrees. I don't want this to sublimate on accident. So I usually just use like a piece of thin cotton with my heat transfer vinyl. We'll see if the Teflon helps, but I think that's cold peel as well. My printable says it. Says holographic is cold peel, pressure is medium. You can't really change the pressure on this machine, but I haven't found that anything needs like massive amounts of pressure. Hey Sam, excited for all the lives, says Wendy. Thanks. And I don't know the time they will be either. They're just gonna kind of be like pop on, teach you how to do something, pop off, teach you how to do something, pop on, you know, over and over and over again, just so that I have the content available and you guys have the answers you might need before we hit the holidays, because the holidays are really, I'm not gonna teach, I'm just gonna craft with you guys, and we're gonna be making so much fun stuff and doing it in such a fun way that I don't wanna teach in October, November, December. I just wanna have fun. We'll probably do our CHI fundraiser some way in November, so it'll be a grand old time, Lord willing, and that technology doesn't take over and all the things, but I think it'll be good. Okay, so this is cold peel. I'm gonna do a quick top-down shot for you guys of all of these at the end. I already told you that, but I'm just gonna do it. Okay, so also I wanna give this another good press anyways, with just the Teflon, because for some reason holographic, I just feel like it's not like as permanent because it doesn't like seep into the fabric like other heat transfer vinyls do. And also these seams are no joke on this. Where'd my Teflon go? Is this one I used? I also used it folded in half. I'm gonna do it like this. I just didn't want to get any sublimation residue on this shirt. What's happening? Oh, that's the thing I ran into when I first got it, was it has to like click into place, otherwise it won't go. If you guys were here for that live, we already did that too. I love crafting for holidays. Me too. Have you ever used one of those cooling blocks for your HTV? I have not. Is it like a cold block that like cools it down? I usually just use, these countertops are like faux wood, so they're not that cold. But at home, where I really love crafting my heat transfer vinyl, I just use our quartzite countertops, which I put in specifically so that I could cut and glue and do everything on them. And so those that kind of like absorbs it in. But yeah. Okay, so this actually helped the hollow like adhere to the plastic. And Easy Weed is not cold peel, so I could have peeled that sooner. It's actually, I think it's hot or both. Okay, let's do a top-down shot of all of these so you guys can see the difference, and we're going to talk about it. Let's see, hold on. Again, I'm working on all my live. Did I just turn myself off? How it happened? Okay, I want to do screen and screen, this one, and I want to have this be the main shot, and then me be down there. Okay. I know you guys don't really care about this technology stuff, do you? So, okay, so this is heat transfer vinyl. This is probably yelling in your earballs because, so this is heat transfer vinyl. It sits on top of the fabric, but it comes in so many cool finishes and so many amazing things that you can do with it. You can layer certain ones on top of each other. This design actually doesn't layer. It's designed to go next to each other. And you can see it's got this really cool reflectiveness to it. There are glow in the dark, there's flocked, there's heat. We'll be using it all holiday. Like the holidays will be jam-packed full of different finishes of heat transfer vinyl, and they all work exactly the same. So that's the cool part is once you learn how to do it, you can do so many things. Then we've got sublimation. And again, this is a permanent solution to printing and putting things on. So if you stretch it, let me show you the difference between heat transfer vinyl. They do have stretch heat transfer vinyl, but when you stretch it, it kind of like puckers a little bit because it sits on top. Whereas Sublimation is the fabric. So if you have a porous fabric, you're gonna get those gaps in the fabric. Like this is a ribbed fabric, so it pulls apart, but that ink is literally in the fabric. It can stretch. This was the 40% blend. This one's the 90% blend. And you can see what I was talking about where those heathered pieces don't actually sublimate. So there's these little white like pieces of non-sublimated things, like right there. And again, if you use like a black, it turns out really, really good. Here's DTF, super bright, super vibrant, works on darks, lights, every color. It works just like heat transfer vinyl in the fact that it sits on top, so it's not gonna stretch a ton. So it works really good on garments that aren't gonna be stretching on you. So hoodies and looser tees and crews are my favorite. You can see that it's like it holds the fabric in place because it sits on top of the fabric with the glue. But again, you can order these already done. There's no layering needed. There's no printing needed because you can just order it from a professional printer. It's prettypersonal.com. I'm actually gonna pop up their graphic right here because we get discounts as members of Auntie Tay, and it literally pays for your membership because if you're ordering this stuff a lot, they also sell glitter and bling and all the things. So a lot of your craft supplies you can save money on and pay for your Auntie Tay membership that way. Okay, so here's another DTF. I just realized this shirt has a hole in it. Weird. So if you can hear it, it's very similar to heat transfer vinyl. It's not gonna stretch a ton, but it sits on top. You will see sometimes, like since I'm doing a contrast, sometimes there is this white ridge around the edge. So you just have to kind of, like on whites, you're not gonna get that because it's gonna blend, but on these darker colors, sometimes that edge will show up. I don't mind it too much on this because it actually, because it's monochromatic, it like kind of makes her pop a little bit more. I don't feel like you would be able to even see her without that. So there's that. Let's go back. Let's go back to chatty chat. All right, so it's pretty personal. Get discounts. Bella Canvas. Make your free account and order some cuteness. Depending on what. So what do you guys use? Do you guys use DTF, heat transfer vinyl, or sublimation more? Also, if you're in my community and you have answers that I did not answer, feel free to leave them in the comments. It's hard to find the live chat after the video is gone. So if you want to be helpful in our community, I love that. And I love you guys sharing tips and tricks. And I trust my community too. Like there are some communities out there like TikTok hacks where I'm like, no, don't do that. As I sit here and made a video where I just like epically failed at like so many things. Just know I'm rusty because I haven't done this in a while and I don't do them usually all at once. I usually just do one type and then I can do it all at once. I was like, I literally thought of this video this morning. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do heat transfer vinyl, sublimation, and DTF in one video because that is needed right now. Good job. Good job. Is the mermaid green or gray? It's green. So it is, yeah, it's green. And if you guys have like design requests for us, in our Facebook is a great place to post design requests because we would see them. But I'm working on having a spot on the membership where you guys can fill out forms and ask for specific things that you would want. And then when we get multiple requests of the same things, we could move those up on the design list. Our designers are working on so many fun things. We have a huge drop, that's a hint, we have a huge drop on my birthday, which is October 6th, of a new design that we're coming out with for our members that you guys are gonna be shook, I hope, if it all works out. But my team's excited, I'm excited, we're excited about it, and it's gonna be big. So I use it all. So much fun, says Kelly. So I just wanted to get this video out because I didn't want to explain it anymore. Like I'm ready to craft for the holidays. So September is going to be kind of redundant for my members, but you guys can hang out for my audience period because You might have heard me say it, but I'm gonna do a lot of basic stuff, like how to sublimate a mug. That's it. Like just a video on how to sublimate a mug. I'm just gonna get some content out, and then we're gonna hit the holidays hard with hanging out, catching up, crafting, talking about fun things, having some guests, sharing some fun stories and all the things, and hanging out. September is all about learning. We're gonna learn. We're gonna be the best dang crafters on the planet, and then we're gonna craft like we're the best dang crafters on the planet through the holidays. All right. Well, I don't even know what time I started. How long have we been going at this? Okay, I love you guys. I will see you on Monday with some new videos on, I don't know what, I have to plan them, but I'll see you guys Monday, all right? I mainly use Sublimation and HTV when I have to. October 6th is my birthday too. Welcome, Jerry. So this is the Mad Craft Room, and I am really piggybacking off the fact that 10/6 is the Mad Hatter number. So you have a Mad Hatter birthday. So if you didn't know, he has 10/6 on his hat. So, all right, leave those comments in the comments after this video is up, and I will answer them. Yes, sometimes it is good to get back to the basics. So we're gonna do that.